Hi everybody, it's Andy Arthur Ross here again, listening to another song. This one is called, actually it's by a band called Car Bomb, and it's a song called Dissect Yourself. So no idea what it is, I don't even know what genre it is, although I think I've got a clue. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's metal, I imagine. Nice. Ha! Wow. I like that bit. Wow. Okay. I like all the video game squeaks. I like all this stuff. Nice. It's like a machine stopping and starting, coming on, stopping, juddering. The momentum's all going. Okay, just stopping it there. Well, so far interesting. I'm about 2/3 of the way through. I can see. It's so interesting, this genre, because it straddles a very, very, very fine line between power and kind of weakness and kind of ridicule. I don't know. I mean, my emotional response to the first beginning of it was just like, how fast can we play? How guttural can the singing be? It's like desperate attempt to sort of, it's like more intensity. How can we do it faster, louder? And for me, it's a fine line between that and it's suddenly going weak. It's sounding kind of minuscule and bitty and almost comical in its attempt. And then the interesting thing then occurs is, which I really started to think differently about halfway through, when it starts to, like a sort of juddering machine coming to an end and then starting again and then stopping. The time signatures go, the tempo changes, they're jumping all over the place. Now that's interesting. All of a sudden I'm drawn in again. So I can't make my mind up at the moment whether I think it's kind of falls into slightly comical camp. And when I say that, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it is a kind of, the emotion that seems to touch in me is like kind of funny. But then it gets into that area of like, wow, unpredictable, strange journey. Anyway, let's carry on. Like this. yeah, I mean, wow, am I confused? I mean, I'm just so confused. I can't tell whether I think it's fantastic or just sort of silly. I'm stuck. But actually, the second half, or 2/3, has drawn me back to I think this is kind of amazing, and I really want to hear that again. And that's something that is really, really keen to hear it again. Which I wouldn't say for a lot of metal-y stuff. So and I've got to shout out to the video too, because that does the same, takes you on the same journey, and it's nuts. And I suppose that a deranged brain will respond to that, and I get that, because I'm very keen to point out that, you know, I really respect metal as a genre for the way it expresses that, you know, the derangement, the frustration, the confusion of life. So I really feel a lot of respect for the genre. But in this case, I was very torn. Anyway, I'm going to think about it, and maybe come back to that in a second. So I've just listened to that track for the second time, hence the second thoughts at the end of this little vid. And I think I'm doing them a disservice, this band, having listened to it next time round. The initial comic part for me has now been wiped away by my respect for the rest of that track, who and what they're doing is quite extraordinary. I think they're pushing boundaries. I love this disjointed, fragmented, you know, throwing away the rule book when it comes to, I guess, you know, I think of the average song has got a pulse, a motor, a tempo, a time signature. They've just thrown it all away. Stop, start again, stop, bang, bang, smash, wallop. They're expressing another kind of chaos in an incredibly disciplined way. It's not easy to do that. I can hear from a production point of view that will take a lot of work, and yet it's throwing you from pillar to post. So it's tapping into an emotion in a really unique and unusual way. So I take my hat off to that band. I apologise now profusely for my initial response. However, that was an emotional response, so make of that what you will. But I do appreciate it, and I think it's great. More power to that elbow. Until the next, see you then. Bye-bye. Just a footnote to say, please feel free to leave comments and to suggest songs that you might like me to listen to. If you feel like subscribing, you've enjoyed the channel, that would be fantastic. It's incredibly helpful for me. It's free, by the way. Some people don't realise that. And also the thumbs up, that's also very useful. It helps to keep the work going. And thank you very much for coming. See you another time. Bye-bye.